The story begins on November 1, 2017 in a house in America, where there is a wedding ceremony for a girl named Every. Every was giving a welcome speech to the invited guests, and in front of him was a man named Noah who seemed to be his future bride. Every then recounts his past with Noah when he first met him, and the storyline goes back to 3 years ago, on October 31, 2014. It is said that Every and Noah first met at a party, and that's where they finally met for the first time. Their acquaintance continued to a piano table, where they got to know each other further, and it was seen that Noah was trying to tease Every by playing the piano. But since he can't play the piano, he plays the piano that badly. After that, the two of them went to a photo booth, they put in a coin, and then they took a photo together. Their meeting this time ended with a warm kiss, and the story returned to the normal plot, where a fact was revealed that it turned out that Noah was not the prospective bride of Every, and maybe many of you will be fooled by the initial sin of this film. The future husband of Every is named Ethan. Noah's face, which had looked cheerful, suddenly turned sad and seemed to have no passion for life anymore. He seems very disapproving because he is not the partner of Every but Ethan. This can be seen from the behavior of Noah, who kisses every photo in his wedding souvenir. Because he can no longer stand to see the person he loves marry another man, Noah then asks his friend named Carrie to take him home. On the way, vent Noah to his friend about his love story with the slightly tragic everything. Noah then asked Carrie to take him to a bar to forget about his bad day. At the bar, she met her best friend, Max, and Carrie left them both because she was bored. There again, Noah confided to his friend while drinking alcohol, which resulted in Noah finally becoming drunk. Max also carried Noah, who was drunk, and sat him in front of a photo booth machine, which Noah and Every once used to take pictures together. Immediately, Noah remembered his past photo with Every. He then idly inserted a coin and took a picture alone in it. Suddenly Noah was awake in his bed the next morning. He then got out of bed and went about his usual activities. On the way, he saw something strange, where he saw several small children wearing Halloween costumes, when Halloween should have passed 2 days ago. Finally, he realized that he was going back to 3 years ago, after seeing the date on a newspaper at a convenience store. He then realized that this was an opportunity to improve his bleak future with Every. Noah then gets ready to meet Every at night. He trims his hair, wears nice clothes for him, and memorizes every song that Every likes. Night fell. Noah came to the Halloween event where he first met Every. He also becomes very interesting in the eyes of Every, because he knows many things about Every, besides that he can also play songs that are liked by Every using the piano in the bar. And after they took a photo in the photo booth, Every invited Noah to go to her house, and there, when they were about to kiss, Carrie suddenly came into Every's house and accused Noah of being a psychopath because he knows a lot about Every. In the end, Noah was beaten up by both of them. The next day, Noah went to Every's house, to be precise, to his wedding with Ethan. Every and Carrie, who still thought that Noah was a psychopath, was shocked. Ethan swiftly beat Noah, but fortunately Noah managed to escape from the house. Arriving at the house, Noah finally realized that the photo booth machine, where he took pictures with Every, could take him back to the past, so he went there again, and finally he managed to return to the past to repeat the same incident. Noah is again trying to approach Every at the Halloween party, but this time he will use the bad boy style taught by Maximum. Instead of helping, Max's bad boy style makes Every uncomfortable and angry with Noah. But for some reason, Every feeling changed 180 degrees when she was wet in the pool with Noah. Because she was wet, Every was horny and asked Noah to have sex at her house. This time Noah's future with Every became bright, where in the future he finally became the husband of Every. He became very happy, but it didn't last long, because when Noah, Ethan, Every, and Carrie were jogging, a tired Noah finally went with Carrie to a cafe. It was there that Carrie told Noah that in fact Every didn't really love him, and was more inclined to like Ethan than he was. Knowing this, Noah then goes back to the photo booth to go back in time, and repeat his approach with Every, and this time he will imitate Ethan's style to approach him. Before going to the Halloween party that night, he applied for a job where Max worked with the help of an insider, Max himself. That night he went back to the Halloween party to approach Every in Ethan style. He also managed to make Every fall in love with him. Long story short, Noah suddenly woke up from his sleep and was in a room that seemed to be his office. His body looks a little fat, and when he leaves the room he looks like he is in a very luxurious house. Every came to the dining room and found out that Noah's future now is to be a rich man, and he will soon marry Every. When he went to the office, his coworkers gave a surprise for his promotion to become a deputy director. He then went to his room, and Max was also there to congratulate him. But it seems that Max didn't like Noah at that time, because of course Max was the one who should be in that chair. Long story short, that night Noah met Carrie again at his dinner table. Again, Carrie tells Noah that in fact Every doesn't love him, and actually loves Ethan even more, even though he was already a successful and wealthy person. Again, Ethan was made uncomfortable with the results he got, then again and again went to the photo booth with his new plan. This time he invited Ethan to go to a Halloween party to introduce him to Every there, while he himself was trying to approach Carrie, either because she was annoyed that Carrie always revealed the secret of every true feeling to her, or did she really want to open her heart to Carrie. He also easily approached Carrie because they had met many times. It's also that Carrie just broke up with her boyfriend, which means this is a golden opportunity for Noah to have Carrie. As usual, Noah woke up already in the future. He was at Max's house, who by that time had returned to being the deputy director. Then he went to Carrie's house to see the results. But it seems that Noah's love story is indeed bad enough, where it turns out that Carrie actually hates him, and he gets back with her ex. Finally he returned to the photo booth machine, but this time the photo booth had been replaced with a more modern photo booth. He was very sad, saw the machine was gone, but lucky then Every and Ethan came to meet him at the bar. They thank Noah for bringing the two of them closer together, and in return they both gift Noah with a photo booth at the bar, which is currently being delivered to his home. Hearing this, Noah immediately rushed to his house. Without further ado, he goes back in time, but this time he doesn't make any effort to fix his past and just lives it as he should. He tried to give up Every and started approaching Carrie at every wedding. At the end of the film, photos of Noah and Carrie are shown together, which means that the two of them finally become a happy couple. Okay, that's the synopsis of the film this time. Hopefully this film can be the right film recommendation for all of you to watch. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe or follow this channel, so you can get recommendations for other exciting films.